Hi Capricorns, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Extended Monthly Tarot for July 2024. Quick messages that came through while I was clearing your cards was related to a karmic reset and wealth. So I'm excited to see what that means. There's a lot of great astrology. We're going to get into the astrology a little bit before we do the tarot. But before I do that, I would like to ask that you please hit that like button. Comment, it helps the algorithm. Subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, and thank you to all my subscribers. So the month starts off with Neptune retrograde in Pisces on July 2nd. Now this can feel like a record scratch moment where the universe is kind of like, are you sure this is the path you want to be on? Are you sure this is the relationship you want to be in? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And we have a lot of retrograde action because we just had Saturn go into retrograde in Pisces at the end of June. So remember, retrogrades, reassess. So all of the things that have to do with lessons, blocks, fears, limitations, with Saturn retrograde, all of that stuff's going to come up into our heads now. So we had a lot of external work in relation to challenges, blocks, fears, limitations, and now is the time where we're going to be really reassessing that. And so since we're in Cancer season for most of July, we want to make sure that we nurture that energy without letting it become too much on the side of nostalgia is really what I'm getting. This is not a time to see things with rose-tinted glasses is the message that's really coming through. So when it comes to nostalgia, remember not to avoid seeing some red flags. Do not ignore red flags around this time, okay? But also on July 2nd, we have Mercury entering Leo. And this is where it's time to take center stage. So if you're not taking center stage in your life, this is a time to be bold and really communicate what it is that you want, but also to remember that everything has a time and a place. Now, earth signs, this is a lot easier generally for earth signs to have that discipline to, pause and be patient. But just make sure that you don't do that as a means that you aren't allowing yourself to take center stage in your own life. Now, July 5th, new moon in Cancer. This is a great day for planning, especially planning when it comes to domestic matters, creative matters. If there's a creative project that you're wanting to get on the ground, this is a time to plant that seed and nurture that seed, water that seed, give your emotions into some creative expression. Whatever you creatively love to do, allow your emotions to transmute through a creation of something, all right? Now, July 20th, this is a big one. So Mars enters Gemini. And over the next few weeks, if there's something where you haven't found a solution to it, this is where you can see a problem from every angle and really find a way to navigate through something. The only thing is important because it is Gemini. So Gemini can see both sides of the coin. But because of this, it might be hard to make a decision on what is the best solution. So don't get too far into overanalyzing, overthinking something, and go within a lot of High Priestess energy this month for everybody to make sure that you seek your own counsel when it comes to making a decision. Now, July 21st, this is most important for you Capricorns, is we have that second full moon in Capricorn. We had a full moon in Capricorn in June, and now we have one in July. And this is the perfect message for you. It is go time. There is an activation. Like I said, there's a karmic balance coming back into your life, answering the wake-up call from within, and moving really rapidly fast with that. I'm getting a lot of freedom coming from this July 21st full moon in Capricorn. So the first Capricorn full moon was about releasing, shedding an old identity, stepping into who we are meant to be. And this full moon is about receiving recognition that you deserve and reaping the rewards. It could be achievements, it could be a raise, it could be a bonus. It could just be, that person that you I don't want to say that you want validation from, because you should never seek outside validation. It should always come from within. But I get this, someone getting to your level, matching your level energetically. But mostly for career, I'm getting a really strong sense of a bonus, a raise, a job opportunity that you put out there maybe with that last full moon. You want to release this one and go into this new career, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, it's there. Look at the wheel. So this is a confirmation right here that this is Jupiter energy. Good luck, destiny, all right? Changing careers, changing destiny, changing your luck. Karmic rebalance. So whatever it is that you've been putting your intentions to, just make sure you stay on that vibration, because it's important with Cancer energy not to get into the watery depths of that Cancer energy. And luckily, we're entering Leo season around this time. And so that fiery energy will light a fire under us. But I'm getting a strong sense of career that, like, if you're wanting that change, put it out there, because the energy is perfect for a shift in your career and in your finances. So July 22nd, the sun enters Leo. Oh, see, look at shift. So that was just a confirmation from the tarot saying, yes, like this shift comes when you take the lead, when you take center stage in your life, when you say, this is what I deserve, this is what I want, and you will energetically have things shift with you, okay? July 22nd, sun enters Leo, and this is, again, that main character energy. We really want to make sure that even like if we're an introverted person, that we're going after what we want. Go after what you want and have it with determination, all right? This is a strong sense, too, of the King of Swords is saying, you make sure that you have mental mastery. If you want it, you have to have the convictions and belief that you're going to get it and that your actions follow through with that. This is a very disciplined energy. So you are a disciplined sign. You are a hard, practical worker. All of that energy is saying, if you can get your mental energy focused on what you want, you can achieve anything. Also around this time, we have Mercury entering Virgo, a fellow earth sign. So there is going to be that extra influence of discipline when it comes to our thoughts. Now, this is the biggest one, I think, for everybody, is July 26th, Chiron goes retrograde in Aries. And so you have to pick your battles wisely. There's going to be a strong energy of wounded ego energy. And if it's not worth it, leave it alone. Follow a new path. When it comes to something that is an ego wound is the strong message. Now, this retrograde is going to be happening until the end of the year. And so this is an energy just around this time, this day or this week, where you're going to have to choose your battles wisely. This is through the end of the year. And so if you have not been doing your shadow work beginning of July, please get that shadow work journal. It is so important. And it really goes through these wonderful daily writing prompts that help you clear that energy that's stuck. So instead of seeing this as a negative, see it as a positive, because Chiron is the wounded healer. Any deep unresolved wounds that we have from childhood, from past relationships, from past careers, whatever it is that is, and honestly, past lives, we're going to be getting to that. This could even just be from a past life residual that we haven't cleared yet. Chiron is here to help us unearth that so we can finally heal it and move on. Now remember, that last full moon was about leaving an old identity. And Chiron's just here in retrograde saying like, hey, I know it feels like this, but we overlooked this, this hidden wound. And even though it seems tiny, if we leave it, it's going to keep growing and manifesting. So see it for the positive that it is. And if there is any wounded ego energy, do that shadow work journal, because will these energies arise? Yes, but how you react to them will be less reactionary if you have gone through this shadow work and you understand the lessons that are coming from this. So the retrogrades are big retrogrades: Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, and then we will be having a Mercury retrograde, I believe, in the next month. I can't remember. But this retrograde, again, time to reflect. We are growing, evolving, and becoming who we are meant to be. And honestly, it's probably taking you into the Fool energy and some new partnerships. So I am excited to see what we got for Capricorns for July 2024. I did just get a whole new world, so remember that too. We are leaving the Capricorn paradigm and entering the Aquarian age. And even though we're leaving the Capricorn paradigm, doesn't mean that we don't need Capricorn energy. Yeah, very strong emotional. This emotional transformation, I just feel like there's something where there is the cycle. We've recognized it before, but we've put it off as like a part of our identity. And now we see this really doesn't serve me. And this Pluto energy is saying, yes, you are meant to transform. You are meant to leave something behind. You are meant to step into your personal power. Because the more of us that individually do it, the stronger the shift is in the collective. Oh, okay. So there might be some strong ego energy here, Capricorns. All right. So the indicator right here is that you will be feeling that retrograde Chiron energy, but I have a feeling that it's going to be worth it, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to leave this here, and we will get to that at the end of the reading. So overall energy for the month of July 2024. The Knight of Swords. If this is not you, this is someone in your life, but I'm getting a strong message that this is you. This is a card of standing up for what you believe in and feeling this drive for achieving something. All right. And so, like I said, we do have to be mindful of that Chiron energy, and also utilizing all of that Leo energy of standing up for what you believe in, standing up for what is right. If this isn't you personally, like standing up for what is right for you, there's something on the periphery of that's activating you. It could be in the collective, seeing injustices in the collective that's really charging you up to take a stand in some way and take a stand. I'm getting like in communication, very vocally. This is fascinating though, because this is in the area of what you need more of, and this is the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords is ruled by Jupiter and Gemini. We do have Jupiter and Gemini right now, and Jupiter and Gemini, that transit started May 25th, and what this brings is a wanting to expand our knowledge, wanting to figure something out, if you will, okay? And so seeing this though, because this card indicates blocks, fears, limitations, needing to be patient, thinking too much about limitations and not enough about possibilities. This energy of like fear and worry and, like nightmares and anxiousness, it's actually trying to get you to make that shift, all right? And so when you're feeling this, instead of seeing it as something to run away from or ignore, we want to face it, okay? Because at the end of the day, we're going to realize that it's within us, all right? And so whatever this is, face it, because you have the Strength card in the area of what you have the right amount of. So this is Taurus energy, and this is about having the discipline and strength to take this on. This might be a very pivotal month for you, Capricorns, but again, it's a very benevolent pivotal month if you can utilize that energy. Self-discipline, courage, and having a gentleness, not only with others, but with yourself. Like, be kind to yourself while you're doing this work. Don't beat yourself up, but also don't put that energy onto other people, because what you need less of is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is standing up for what you believe in. So like I said, this idea of justice and fairness and what you think is right, we might be doing it from a shadow-based energy, because this is Mars in Leo, and how you assert yourself this month, you have to be very mindful of, because of that Leo energy and because of that main character energy. We cannot ignore that everybody else in our life is feeling this main character energy, okay? Everybody's being blessed with this main character energy. And so choose your battles wisely. So like I said, that Chiron, I just got a message that Chiron retrograde is going to be very important, and you want to make sure you choose your battles wisely. What you can change, the Ace of Wands. So if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like these opportunities aren't coming, this card is saying you have everything in your ability to change, to bring this new opportunity in, this spark of inspiration. So utilize that new moon in Cancer, plant those seeds, get started on that project you've always wanted to do. Pursue that passion project and take this wand, okay? This wand is here for you to take. It just takes you accepting that there needs to be some sort of assertiveness when it comes to this new opportunity. Now, what you need to accept, Seven of Cups. All right, so this is interesting because Seven of Cups is Venus in Scorpio, and there's two ways to look at this. So this is what's funny is sometimes like we can put on our rose-tinted glasses, and that's the energy of that Neptune going retrograde. But then there's also this idea that you might limit yourself. You're an earth sign, and earth signs sometimes, like, we only think of things that we think are rational or possible in the 3D world, and we need to really incorporate more of that Pisces energy, okay? That dreamer, anything's possible, and you have to believe that anything's possible. You have to accept that all of these cups are here for your taking, but the vibration you give it is going to direct you in certain ways. And so if you have this low vibration, a cynical vibration, a negative vibration, you're going to be led to the cups that you don't want. If you have that optimistic energy, that drive, that determination to take what you want, then you're going to be led to the cups that you're meant to. So it's all about your vibration. What you need to accept is all of it is about your vibration that you give, your emotional vibration that you give, okay? And then the end of the month, 10 of Wands. Saturn and Sagittarius. So again, there's something here related to a block of fear or limitation, related to that inner spark within you, that you have to remember though. After the 10 comes a 1. And whatever this energy is, you have to change your perspective on it. All right. If there has been, something's been hard and there's been this burden, again, you can look at Saturn two ways. It can be, challenges, but these challenges build your resilience. Okay. So if you see a challenge as bringing you down versus building your resilience, that's the choice you're making. So please see any lessons as taking you to the next level, building your resilience, because if you can get through this challenge, then you can get to the next level. Think of life as a video game, all right? You have to beat that first level to get to the second level, to get to the next level, to get to the next level. And the energy you give it as to whether or not it's hindering you or helping you is in your ability to change that perspective, okay? So the reason I say this is about your perspective is because after this 10 of Wands comes the wheel. All right. And so again, like, it's not saying this is going to be here. It's all about how you use the energy. Use all of those cycles. Please take a look at astrology.com's calendar, because all of these transits, I think, are going to be highlighting something really important, especially that full moon in Capricorn, because those opportunities are here for you to take. It's about shifting that vibration within you. Okay. So let's get some past life energy. I want to see what past life energy is related to this, this Knight of Swords, because this Knight of Swords is really feeling like there's some convictions here, related to why you feel you're doing what you're doing and what's preventing you from moving forward. All right, monk or nun? Let's take a look here. All right, you drew this card as a result of your past lifetimes as a monk, nun, or someone's familiar. This means that you lived a life filled with isolation, rules, and spiritual devotion. In your lifetime now, you may notice your tendency to isolate yourself from others. In fact, you likely feel most comfortable when you're by yourself. Other people may even refer to you as a monk. If this pattern is interfering with your relationships, you might consider having sessions with a qualified past life regressionist. In addition, you may have taken vows as a monk or a nun that may be interfering with your relationships, career, and more. Unless these vows are severed, they carry forward through time. So for instance, if you took a vow of poverty, you may be struggling today with financial insecurity. Other past life vows can be connected to chastity, which could impact your present romantic life, or self-denial, which causes you to feel undeserving or fearful of abundance. Often, it's enough simply to consciously bring the memories of these vows to the surface in order to release them. Then it's just a matter of clearing, severing them in all directions of time. You can do so by simply saying the following: I hereby sever and release any vows that are self-destructive in all directions of time for everyone involved. I'm going to repeat that one more time, okay? I hereby sever and release any vows that are self-destructive in all directions of time for everyone involved. So mote be. All right. Now, let's get some dragon energy to see what dragon energy is going to help Capricorns clear the monk nun energy. Ooh, I love this. Earth and fire dragon. So this is perfect because I think utilizing the Leo energy in this month and your earth energy is going to be wonderful. Works with you to clear fifth dimensional ley lines. It's time for service. When you give, you receive. Amazing. And some crystal energy to help Capricorns July 2024. Crystal energy to help Capricorns July 2024. All right, crystal energy to help Capricorns July 2024. There it is. I think it's going to help with this past life energy is what this is saying. Oh, I love this. Pink tourmaline, gift of love. So if you can pick up some pink tourmaline, carry it around with you in July, it can really help with this clearing. Now, let's see what archetypal energy is with you this month. This can be you or somebody in your life. The most important part is for you to be the hero of your own journey. Saboteur, light attribute, highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Shadow attribute, induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. And so I do get that whatever that Chiron energy is, if these things with our ego, if something happens, something's triggering, and there's this energy bubbling up, I want you to really pay attention to this card. Take a screenshot of this and really ask yourself what energy you are aligned to with this, okay? All right, so let's get an empowering question that is going to guide Capricorns, July 2024. Oh, I love this. What are my best qualities? Because if you're ever doubting yourself, it's great to have an ego boost. So really think about that. What are your best qualities? And make sure that you give yourself the recognition you deserve. All right, so we are going to do a clarifier for the month, and then we're going to close this out. Again, Capricorns, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Share this with somebody who needs to hear this message. And of course, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. All right, what clarifier do Capricorns need to hear? July 2024. Wow. 9 of Swords again. Okay, so here we go. You have to face some fear within you. There's this thought. Again, the retrogrades, we're in our heads. Please remember, look at the retrogrades. Okay, so I want you to look at your Saturn placement. I want you to look at your Neptune placement. And if you can, look at your Chiron. Chiron isn't in a traditional chart usually, but you can find it, just what is my Chiron placement, and then find it. Please look at what house these planets are in, what sign rules these planets, because I think there's a strong indicator of this fear that we need to heal something and face it head on. Because once we face it, we realize it's just a part of us and there's nothing to be scared of. Your inner child just, fear is what your shadow uses because it thinks it's keeping you safe. Face these fears because there's nothing to fear, because after you face it, the wheel turns in your favor. Like I said, there is a karmic reset button for you, Capricorns, and this is a pivotal month for you to see that shift. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, shine your inner light. You've got this.